To see uchumi, come back as a stockbroker's favorite?
Yeah, it's most likely going to be. In fact, I think the growth in these economies in East Africa, starting from Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, have been going beyond 5%. Only Kenya is doing sluggishly at 1%, 1.5%. So if you look at that, I think there's so much opportunity for the consumption of goods and services. And this retail sector has taken over that side. I see uchumi coming back, most likely because the AGM is coming too. The approval of that takeover of the loan from the government to become shares, I think that has gone through already. And if they come back to the market, then we are likely to see a lot of trading as it used to be before it closed at 14.50 in 2006.
Another stock that seems to have recorded heightened activity last week was Mumias Sugar, and there's a few brokers that I've spoken to today seem quite bullish about this particular counter. The government is set to streamline operations in the sugar sector. Is this a counter that you're looking at?
Yeah, exactly. In fact, this is a commodity sector, and I think for such a long time, there's been so much middlemen playing around between the consumers and the producers, and I think that is being minimized now. Then given that the commodity prices also have been doing very well this particular, in the beginning of this year actually, the global markets prices have been doing very well. We are likely to see Mumias gaining momentum. If they streamline the sector and probably take some of these Mweni sugar, Nzoia, probably make them more productive, then it means the gap between the consumption or the demand as well as the supply, which is almost 220,000 metric tons, is going to be reduced. And therefore, Mumias is likely to play a big role in that particular side.
Talking about related counters and the supply and demand factors, let's look at tea, which is likely to dominate business news, agricultural news as the year begins. Reports from the UK say heavy winter is likely to reduce the production by that side, which opens up opportunities for Kenya, which is one of the largest producers of black tea. Do you see this impacting supply and demand from a production point of view, and do you see this impacting positively the stocks on the exchange?
Actually, yes. I think in terms of prices, we are likely to see the tea prices move up, particularly now that demand keeps growing and some of the production areas have been quite beat by that winter session. So the Kenyan side is likely to improve some gains there. But I doubt if that particular gains on the prices is going to be generated to go and get to the real supplier or the farmer.
The farmer on the ground.
Most likely the brokers in between are going to get that gain and are going to run with it. But it has come to the stock exchange. I think for last year, other than Kapchorwa and Williamson Tea, the rest of the companies, Limuru Tea, the others didn't do very well. And I'm expecting probably with the coming of this news, then probably they may catch up and probably to record something positive and give something good to the shareholders too.
Another stock that seems to be attractive is Access Kenya. Looking at reports today, they seem quite bullish about returns on investment this year with the fiber cable now on the ground. The government set up unique strategies to build the ICT sector. Access Kenya closed at 22 shillings today, which is up 3.5%. Is this a counter that you're likely to buy from?
Yeah, exactly. The IT sector, very, very wide. And I think in the Vision 2030, some of the ICT villages along Mombasa Road have been earmarked for that. And I think, though the benefit of fiber optic has not yet reached the normal consumer of those internet services, I think with time, maybe by June, by the end of the year, that thing could have hit its maximum. And I think Access Kenya being in that particular field, they're likely to reap the biggest. And when it comes to the stock market, the demand comes from the normal retail, institutional, as well as foreign. So I think with that combination, then you're likely to see Access Kenya being still a major player in the stock market, as well as maybe record some very good price gains during the year.
As the week begins, do you see us getting into a seller's market or a buyer's market?
It's going to be a buyer's market for the next couple of weeks. I think today we started the week on a very high note, 53% points up. That rally, particularly on equity as well as Safaricom, is likely to continue. I think most of the investors who just woken up to realize Safaricom 6 shillings and 10 cents are likely to see they had better made decisions when it was below 6 bob. And I think that's going to fuel the self-prophecy that the share is going to go to 6 shillings and 40 cents on one side. On the other side, the year has just begun. Most of the unit trusts, fund managers are yet to do their presentation to the trustees and get fresh orders to come and play in the market. As the interest rates keep coming down on the other side, there's going to be a big shift towards the equities. And I think for the next couple of weeks, this month, next month, until when the announcement of the end of year results starts streaming in, we're likely to see a bullish market all across until about May.